My name is Marc Esguerra. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. I go to Centennial College and I was an intern at LPS Athletic from January till April. So I currently play volleyball, and last season was pretty rough. I dealt with like close to 10 injuries, and I'm pretty athletic, but at the same time I'm very injury prone. So when I was in fitness and health promotion in school, we did an off-campus placement, and LPS was close to home, but it wasn't my first choice. So when I was here, it gave me a lot of learning opportunities. So my first option was to help at my school, since my class and all of my sports-related activities were in the same campus. So that's why my first choice was at my campus. And then LPS was the closest gym to my house in regards to how fast can I commute there. So like every other place I had to go take the highway, go to Ajax, go to Barrie, go to Whitby. And it was like, I'm not driving, so I have to take the bus. And this was the better option for me. So for the first day, I was like, okay, a very small gym. Not a lot of people at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, but when the big boys came out at 10 o'clock, even Clance, it was a whole different story. Like, what you see in here is not for the average Joe Schmo. If you're an athlete or you want to get better at a sport or you want to be big, you come here, Clance will get you right. The coaches, like these guys in the back right here, they'll get you right too. And that's what you get at LPS. Like the first day here, I don't know jack. Like, I didn't know what the hell to do for an Olympic lift. I didn't know how to load management. All I knew was I got to clean, I got to unload and load, and I was not a very good loader and unloader, according to Clance. So it's kind of slow, but eventually towards like March, April, I already knew the gist of what to do. And like I was coaching some people off to the side already. So by that time, I already knew how to correct their posture, fix their mechanics, stuff like that. There was this one time during my placement where we finished the master coaching session, and we were out by the kitchen, and he was like, Marc, I'm not really impressed with you right now. Like, you don't do your research, you don't know shit. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. That was a very eye-opening moment. And like from that point on, I've been like researching on my own, watching the blogs, watching the articles, watching whatever you post in the chat. I started to learn like different techniques or postural cues for the different lifts. And then I implemented it on my workout, and I seen that it works. And then I watched some other stuff, and it was like, do full range of motion. Okay, I did it. My knee pain progressively got better, and it's like, okay, his shit is like that. It's that good. So when I came in, we did our muscle snatch overhead squat assessment, and that was very bad. I had no shoulder mobility. My ankle mobility was garbage. My hip mobility was garbage. And then I'm like, okay, just sit here, just grind it out, do it. Just keep doing it. Don't quit like you used to. And eventually I got past the training stick to the training bar, and it's like, okay, my knee is more mobile, my shoulders are more mobile, I'm more stable overhead. Like, and that's important in volleyball where you're spiking. You have to be strong overhead, and you have to have good mobility, because in volleyball you're going to end up in some weird positions where you're going to have to be in those deeper squats. And it was like, okay, this helped me, because when I'm playing I don't feel pain. When I'm doing everyday stuff I don't feel pain. It was like, okay, great, this is something I can use to teach other people who have similar problems with like me as an intern in coaching. So when you come in, it's like you take your knowledge that you already know, and then you put it up against Clance's system. And then if you do his system and you try to compare it to what you've done, you'll know that it's different. You need to accept it, because his stuff is backed by like all the science, and he's pretty well educated. He's pretty well versed in the science aspect of training. So he knows what he knows. And coming from a program where you do partials and you do all this ugly work, it's like you're only good in those ranges. What about those ranges you're not training in? You're gonna get injured there. And then as an athlete, you have to accept the fact that if you're gonna get better, you have to put in the work. Like, as I said, if you wanna not be injured, you have to train your full range of motion, and you have to do all this stuff that you're not used to. And you can't give up. You have to work hard. Like, it's so easy, but at the same time, it's very mentally difficult. As an intern, Clance told me this on my last day. Be proactive, like take your initiative, especially if you're here. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, ask or find something to do. If it's unloading weights or cleaning, and that's inside the gym. Outside the gym, find something to read, find information. You can even ask Clance, like I did, to get some more books to read and get like his insight. So as an intern, I think the first time I actually wanted to leave was when Clance called me out when the new intern came and she was moving around faster than me, unloading, whatever. I was like pardon my French, like, what the f are you calling me out for? I'm moving around too. Like, I have other stuff to do. I'm watching other people. But then I didn't leave because it's like, okay, he means this in a good heart. Like, if you want to be employed, you have to show the employer you're willing to work fast and you're willing to put yourself in a situation where you can mess up, but you're not afraid to mess up. So that's why I didn't leave. And that was the second last week I was here. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this into account, try to move fast, see where I can help out. And then Clance came up to me the last day I showed up, and he was just giving me some more advice. And that's where he explained how if an employer wants to see if they can hire an employee or an intern, just show them you have initiative, show them you're willing to put yourself in a vulnerable position. So before I came, I was not mentally as tough. You know, I was easily giving up on myself. Like, I'd find a solution. If it wasn't working out from day one, I'd leave it, give up, do something else. But once I came here, Clance kind of put it in my head where you just don't give up. If you don't want to do it, dig deep and just do it. In one of the chat videos he put in the WhatsApp, I took that into heart and I reflected personally, and I'm like, okay, if he can do it and he's doing this every day, like I can do it the 2, 3, 4 days out of the week where I have to get up early, even though I don't want to, and just come here or go to work or whatever the case may be. And even if I don't want to go to the gym, I dig deep and I still go. Even if I have to shorten the workout, I still do it. Like, I don't give up on myself as easily anymore. If you want to find a place where your previous knowledge gets challenged, and in a good way, you can come here. You can learn from Clance. If you want to come here, you want to stay and deal with the monsters, you can come here. If not, go find your commercial gym and go deal with that. And as an athlete, dominating is using proper coaching as well as your talent, combining them and outdoing your competition.